Duggee! Just before we get started, why don't you check the links in the description below? Also, why don't you consider subscribing to my YouTube channel? That way we'll stay connected and you will be notified about my next videos. Okay, so let's start learning the song. So the intro starts on those two strings, B and G. You put your second finger on fret 2 of string G. You strike those two strings only. Nice and dissonant sound. That is very common in country music. But then we do the hammer on to the next fret on the string 3. Those two notes are the same. So the point was to create the dissonance and to resolve it. And that is followed by this double stop here on fret 1 of string 2 and fret 2 of string 3, with obviously fingers 1 and 2. This is kind of mini double stop that could be considered as a F major chord. And that is pulled off as well. So you take your fingers off the strings. You kind of flick them, to be honest. Followed by hammer on the string number 4 on the second fret. But to make it thicker and bigger, I'm actually striking the G string as well. So far we have. And after that, open string G and D, sorry, G and B, string 3 and 2. Back to the chord that we played before, which is this kind of F chord. And then back to this second chord that we did. What am I talking about? We didn't do it. But it's this chord, which is kind of B and D. It could be G major kind of chord. So again. I suggest that you're gonna play it slower on YouTube. You know, there are settings to slow down the video right there. So I'll play a few times slower, but hoping that you can slow it down even further. So that's only the first part of that little riff. The second part is very similar. You just play, instead of this chord, you just play open strings G and B, you know, which could be also considered as a G major chord. So play that together. Okay, so that's the intro. Then we go to this higher part of the guitar. We're gonna be fretting on strings 2 and 1. So the first chord grip is first finger on fret 12 of the second string and the 15th fret of string 1 with the pinky. So you grab this chord here, which again could be considered as G major. Now you grab this chord next, which could be also considered as G major. I mean, you know, I'm gonna stop talking about telling you what the chord is because the possibilities are, I guess, endless, you know, of what you could call this. Or maybe I exaggerated, but doesn't matter. So this chord grip is on fret 12 with the third finger and fret 10 with finger number 1. So you go down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. And then you press down on 12 and release. So that thing. Down, down, up, down, down. Followed by this thing here, which is fret number 8 with the second finger of string 2 and fret number 7 on string 1. So you go like that. So you land on that second chord. Then you start again from this chord. And you do this kind of walk down. This shape here is the same as this one, same fingerings, just 2 frets down. So you go. So this part at the end is just it's still part of the previous of the first part of the song. That little chord at the end. And from here is the beginning of the new section. One more time. Now, to make it a little bit bigger, you can add the G string and play it over each chord. You could even add the 4th string. But I personally find it a little bit too much, so I'll just stay on 3 strings. So that's the second part of the song. The next part of the song is the melody. And this is what you do. It's 7 on the 1st string, followed by 2 strokes on string 1 fret 3, 5 3, 5 on the next string down, back to string 1 fret 3, and at the end you play the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. So why don't you again slow it down on YouTube and just memorize the melody? One more time. Followed by which is 5 7 5 7 on, oh wow, 5 7 5 3 5 3, D major to G major. One more time. Take advantage of slowing down on YouTube. Okay. And the coolest part is coming up. You can call it middleweight, doesn't really matter, it just sounds great. So this is the one when you play chords. So C major, G major, D major, followed by this G major with those fingers here, fret 3 with the ring finger and fret 3 on the 1st string, so both these. And you do, this is G major, I'm kind of muting this string here with my ring finger. And so just G major without the bass string A. So you go. This is the kind of very popular move from many different songs like Behind Blue Eyes by The Who and Hand with Care by Traveling Wilburys. So you go from G to G major to G sus, back to G major. I'll play in the context. Followed by C, one more D, and then G. And then you have the melody. But I'll play the chord progression one more time. And at the end, it's 3 on the first string, 1, pull off, then 3 on the second string, pull off, hammer on fret 2 of string 3, followed by open B string. I use my second finger to actually pluck. Followed by C, G, and this is how we resolve the song. So. I'll play the whole song again. Damn it. One more time. There you have it. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope that you will be able to get something out of it. I don't think this is the easiest song, but I think that it's manageable and you just need to apply yourself and spend some time on it. I don't have yet the PDF of the music, but I'll try to include it at some stage. So stay tuned, keep checking the description under the video, because I'll try to get something sorted soon. And well, I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.